Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys, so as you know, we dropped our exclusive interview with Melissa Gorga from the Real Housewives of New Jersey today. So hopefully you guys caught that. But Teresa Giudice is also sharing more updates. This is the feud that does not stop. Real Housewives of New Jersey season 13. I saw where some people are kind of sleeping on the season, but I feel like it's just going to get more and more wild. And even in our interview, Melissa was explaining like right now things don't necessarily make sense. And she said, I feel like it would be so confusing for a viewer watching how this is being pieced together. But hold on, because it'll all come together in the end. So we're watching, but right now it's still keeping me interested. I love the dynamics of the new whip. We'll get into it. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So like I said, Teresa Giudice is sharing pretty much a sad update of her daughter's relationship with the Gorgas. Even there was this clip that was taken off, never before seen or just deleted out, whatever. But it's with Gia and Gabriella talking to Louis and Teresa. And they were talking about when Teresa was away in prison. And they're like, it's wild because Melissa and Joe were saying on this podcast that they were there for us. They've been there for us. And it's like, this is coming from her kids, Teresa's kids. I maybe remember them coming over once or twice, but like Dad, Joe Giudice, his family was there all the time. Even if they didn't like you, Mom, they were always like, let us be there for the girls. And also Gia said, yes, I understand that our dad and Joe Gorga, do not get along. But if Joe and Melissa were truly there for us, then Joe would be able to, Joe Giudice, acknowledge that. Let's get into it, shall we? Teresa Giudice is not happy about Melissa Gorga questioning her daughter's roles on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. She said the girls are on the show because they've been on there since Gia was 7, Melania was 3, Gabriella was 4, and Adriana was born on the show. And they made them part of it by saying they put food on the table. So, which they didn't. And this is what she's saying. According to Teresa, Melissa and Joe believe that because they filmed Teresa Checks In while she was behind bars, her kids were able to sustain their lifestyle. But Teresa disagrees. She said, if anything, we put food on their table. Let's get that straight. I know you guys saw the clip by now for this. Looking back, Teresa said the only reason Melissa and Joe filmed the special in the first place is because they wanted to be on camera, not because they were doing a favor or doing something nice for me. My brother came to see me one time, and guess why? The cameras were rolling. He got paid for it. I'm getting the chills out of saying that because that's heart-wrenching. He came to see me one time. The past 10, if you think about it, that is not Joe Gorga. One time, I know people are busy. You went to prison. Going to see one time, that really is sad. She was gone for a while. Like, oh, okay. Joe, we have questions, but there's always, especially with this family, and talking with Melissa, I feel like there's five sides to this story. Like when we did our recap, our Real Housewives of New Jersey recap yesterday with Bryce Sander from Entertainment Tonight, he even said, I feel like we're giving the same facts to the same people, them, and they're regurgitating it differently as if like they had two different scripts. And I was like, no, that's true. It's like they remember things in a different way. It's wild because their stories just, the hot Italian blood. My brother came to see me one time, and guess why? And it was because the cameras. The past 10 years, it's been a heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak, and I'm done. While Teresa has expressed interest in her children staying in touch with the Gorgas kids, she confirmed that they haven't seen one another recently. I know Melania and Antonia Snapchat each other, and I don't know if Gia Snapchats with Antonia or, Gabriella or anyone, but the closest ones are Melania and Antonia. There's 11 granddaughters, including my daughters on Joe Giudice's side, and they all see each other. They're always seeing Joe's family, even though I don't talk to them or I don't want to hang out with them. That's the way it should be, though, Teresa said. As for Joe Gorga's reunion with Joe Giudice in the Bahamas, which Melissa recently insisted wasn't staged, Teresa agreed with the sentiments of her oldest daughter, Gia, who slammed the encounter as comical, stating that her uncle wasn't even with her dad for 5 minutes. All you have done is talk so poorly about my father. You were such an opportunist to take advantage of the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see my father and use it for a post. And Teresa did agree with that too. And she said it was opportunistic. It was a coincidence for sure. We're calling it a coincidence or we're calling it staged. I don't know. It felt like a Can somebody cue Joe Giudice, please? Can we get him on the phone? Because I want to know, Joe, was this planned or was this not planned? Because my thing is, if you're in a small town, you run into people. It's the Bahamas. There are multiple islands. Of course, like, people are going to question this. I'm Melissa right now. I'm Melissa. She then shared new details about the interaction. I had told my ex that I heard that they were there because my girlfriend was on the same plane. So I warned my ex. I'm like, you're probably going to see them if you go to the Bahamas and you go to Baha Mar. That's what Juicy Joe is there. He's there. That's his hangout spot. That's what she revealed. Teresa then noted that Joe Giudice had no idea he was being filmed. He didn't know he was being videoed. He told me, Teresa, we saw each other for 2 minutes, then someone else walked in and then they scattered. Because it was the girl that was on the plane with them and Melissa didn't want to see her. When Teresa was then asked about why the video was posted, she replied, ask my brother. I think he told somebody that he got 10 million views on it. Oh, okay, so an opportunist. You first talk about him and say nasty things about him, and then you post a video about him? Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. This is the feud that just doesn't stop. Now we got to get Joe Giudice. We got to get some Joe Gorga, Teresa, and Louis. We got to get everyone because now we need to hear all different sides of the story. And you know who else has a story? Jennifer Aiden and Margaret Josephs, because Jersey just doesn't stop. Now, Jennifer appeared on Watch What Happens Live, and she also suspected that this reunion was a little, I don't know, just not maybe the most authentic between Joe and Joe. She shaded Margaret for talking trash behind people's backs and dished on her relationship with Melissa Gorga after revealing that she found it hypocritical that Margaret criticized her for insulting Rachel Fita's nose job. 100%. Okay, that's what she said. She's like a cackalaking in the corner. That's not nice. Well, you're not nice. And when asked if she or Rachel had a better nose job, Jennifer replied, Rachel's a glamorous Tim Burton, signaling obviously to the comment that Margaret made. As for Gorga and Giudice's meeting in the Bahamas, Jennifer admitted it just felt like it was very suspect. The whole thing was just very awkward. It's like, you've been bashing him for so long now, and now you're hugging him. They've been bashing each other. They've been bashing each other 100%. And now it's all of a sudden brushed under the rug. Did I miss something? It just felt a little suspect. I mean, I kind of felt... I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are, especially if you caught the deleted scene, if you caught the Teresa Giudice Housewives interview, if you caught the Jennifer Aiden of it all and Watch What Happens Live. I know you guys have opinions, and I'm welcoming them all. So go ahead and comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, we'll see you next time. Yeah, I think that's it.